Number 24.
Running back, Zach Charbonnet. Second-round pick a year ago, Brock. I think he was probably a little bit higher on this list because of it. He played in 16 of the 17 games last year. He ran the ball 108 times for 462 yards. It's not bad, right? 4.3 yards per carry. That's like pretty good. But it didn't feel like he ever, I don't know, got himself truly going and turning into the player that, you know, maybe you'd hoped he would be as a second-round pick. And maybe some of that was coming off the bench and you know, replacing Ken Walker on occasion. But I think there was sort of a hope that maybe some of his power, some of his explosion, some of that nastiness would translate onto the field. And at times we saw a little of it, but I don't know that I ever feel like I truly got the full Zach Charbonnet experience that you had described from his time in college.
Ooh, he had a few runs, though.
He did.
Goodness gracious.
Right?
Whew. Where he just gored. Remember that home game late in the year, and that safety came up, unblocked 2 yards from the line of scrimmage, and he, like a bull in Pamplona, gored him and threw him and tossed him aside as he went for another 7 or 8 yards. It was difficult to find rhythm. The whole running game, right? The whole offense at times. You know, we talked about this a lot, man. The first 15 plays were rhythmic, and they would get on schedule, and then they'd have these huge. And Pete always pointed to third downs, and you and I would point to pass. You know, if you're going to be a line of scrimmage team and a defensive and run team, like, be who you say you are. And I think there was always some conflict there. You know, is it turned out with multiple coordinators and multiple years? What Charbonnet did really well, Salk, was catch the ball. 33 receptions last year. He catches the ball very naturally. He's on that list, by the way, that I referenced in Blue 88 of the top players, young players under 25. He's younger than Julio.
Well, let me ask you a dumb
23
question.
23 years old.
Let me ask you a dumb Zach Charbonnet question. And I'm going to back it up with one stat that is unfair. Should there be an open competition for the starting running back job this year? Zach Charbonnet last year had a higher yard per carry average than Kenneth Walker. Now, I don't know if that's a fair thing to look at. Walker had more carries, and maybe the more time you carry the ball for this team with this offensive line, the lower that number is going to drop. But you look at Ken Walker last year, 4.1 yards per carry. He ran for 905 yards. Zach Charbonnet, with roughly half as many carries, had 462 yards and a 4.3 yard per carry average. Should Zach Charbonnet have be in the running to be the number one running back on this team?
Yes. Why not? Give me any reason why not. They're similar age, both 23 years old. They're both second-round picks. I believe we have a new offensive regime, a new coaching staff. I believe that's the case. And while Ken has been good, there's not so much equity there and greatness that you say, no, sorry, Zach, you're going to have to play second fiddle. Absolutely not. Did you see Zach's thighs at OTAs?
They were one of the first things I saw at OTAs.
Yeah.
They were, quite frankly, one of the only things I could focus on at OTAs.
Kind of felt like, and he came in as a Terminator. Remember that? I talked about him a lot. Loved him in college, and absolutely loved both these guys out of college because they were just workmanlike, put the team on my back. I will do whatever it takes, and I will run through your face if I have to. Charbonnet maybe even a little more than Ken as he bounces and tries to find the home run at times. Zach's fine with a double and just running right through you.
Sure. Maura, how does Zach Charbonnet look as a fantasy guy? Because I wonder whether or not people think he could end up taking over that starting role.
It's always hard with the Seahawks because I mean this year I would think they're going to be passing more and the fact that Walker is kind of considered more the lead back, I would take him as like a late round sleeper maybe, but yeah, I don't think he's going too early.
And where's Ken Walker, just out of curiosity for you, roughly? Not holding you to this. I know these aren't like your official rankings yet.
I'm holding it to you right now.
I think Walker would be maybe like a top 15 to 20 running back.
Okay.
Fantasy.
I think Charbonnet is going to come in, and it sure feels this way. And we'll see when the pads come on. And I love with a capital L and a Laverne and Shirley cursive L. love McDonald referencing that a number of times. Let's see the pads come on. Let's see the pads come on.
Right.
Let's hear the pads talking. I think that old Charbonnet is going to come in with a Chris Carson mindset in year number 2 and say, as good as a rookie, that's fine. I got a taste, but I'm transforming this body to be the dude, to be the workhorse. And if Ken's got a groin, if Ken's got a hammy, if Ken's got these soft tissue issues that he has had to deal with, and he opens this door, kind of like that safety, I'm going to gore this door. I'm going to knock it off its handles, and I'm going to be the guy getting the ball.
All right, well, there you go. That is the number 24 most intriguing Seahawk, Zach Charbonnet. And